Hi students, good morning and it feels great pleasure for me to be with you all and talking to you about some of your important chapters or part of the chapters in your biology syllabus. So today it is chromosomes where I will have a small discussion and chromosomes you all have heard, and that is a single DNA molecule capable of self-reproduction, plays a vital role in hereditary matters, your mutation, variation, and evolutionary development. So chromosomes, you all have heard that these are colored threads. As the name connotes, chroma means color and somes means bodies. So they are colored thread-like structures which are seen in the nucleus when the cell is preparing to divide. And it has immense importance, as you all are aware, and it can be defined as a single DNA molecule which is capable of self-reproduction and plays a vital role in the heredity, mutation, variation, and evolutionary development. This means what? This means that the DNA molecule, which is arranged in an organized fashion, is the chromosome. So it is capable of self reproduction. In mitosis, it is duplicating itself. So naturally, the reproduction is there, the multiplication is there. So before the cell actually divides, it duplicates itself, but there are two arms of the chromosomes. So, and that plays a vital role in heredity. Naturally, it transfers the genetic material, so it plays a very important role from the parent generation to the offspring generation. And mutation, whenever there is a change in the genes, a change because of the drastic environmental changes or some other changes which are beyond our control, like bacteria developing in a pond, say the temperature suddenly rises, most of the bacteria die, but some of them, a few of them, survive. They resist the high temperature. So what has happened there? Because of the environmental change, some changes has taken place in them, and this will continue when they will breed. So a new species will come up. So this is mutation, student, and this leads to variation because there will be difference in the characteristics, as I mentioned just now, from the parents in the offsprings. And variation will lead to evolutionary development, because if there are variation, there are changes in the offsprings, this will develop into a new species of the similar characteristics, organisms with the similar characteristics, and crossbreeding to give birth to a fertile offspring. So that is species. So a new species will come up, will be developed. So that is evolutionary development. The evolution has taken place for such a long time on the basis of this mutation and variation. And the seat is chromosome. So this is so important, student. And actually, when the cell is trying to divide, preparing itself to divide, the chromatin fibers appear. This is the chromatin, which is actually the DNA and the proteins. It revolves around 8 proteins. So this combination DNA and proteins forming the chromatin threads or fibers, which are coiled and are very condensed, but gradually they become deep and thick and form the chromosomes. But they actually the division, this duplication is there, so the chromosomes are having two arms, and the two arms are joined by a structure which is known as centromere. So, on the basis of the position of the centromere, the shape of the chromosomes vary. If it is telocentric, that means centromere is at the proximal end. The two arms are beginning from there, starting from there, from the proximal end. Acrocentric, if the centromere is near to the proximal end, not at the proximal end, that is acrocentric. And some metacentric, the centromere is near the center, close to the center, not at the center. So one is short, the another arm is longer. So this is some metacentric, and metacentric where the centromere is right at the center. So the two arms are equal. So that is metacentric, student. So on the basis of the position of the centromere, these are the shapes of the chromosomes. And there is another type which is known as SAT chromosome. There is a knob-like structure at one end which is linked with the rest of the chromosome with a chromatin fiber, and that is called the satellite. The knob-like structure is called satellite, and the chromosome is called SAT chromosome. So these are the types of the chromosomes, student. If you remember, it will help you in the knowledge about chromosomes. And when you are talking about chromosome, that is the DNA structure. The molecular structure of DNA also you have to know. And molecular structure of DNA was given by the scientists Watson and Crick, and they were also awarded the Nobel Prize for this work, this commendable work that they gave the structure of the DNA molecule. And DNA molecule is a double helix structure, double stranded helical structure. These are the two strands. These are the two strands in a helical shape, and the two strands are joined by nitrogenous base linked to one another and to the second or to the other strand. One strand is linked with the other strand through the nitrogenous base, and the two strands are having segments which are called nucleides, and those are made by a sugar and phosphate molecule linked with one nitrogenous base. Sugar, phosphate linked with one nitrogenous base. There are four nitrogenous base. Thymine, adenine, cytosine, and guanine. Thymine is linked with adenine with a double hydrogen bond, and adenine is linked with thymine with a double hydrogen bond. And then the cytosine and guanine with cytosine with a triple hydrogen bond. So these two strands are linked. So that is very important, student, to know the molecular structure of the chromosome, of the DNA in the chromosome. And DNA molecular structure is this: double helical strands linked with one another by nitrogenous bases. And the strands are having segments. So in the segment, there is a part of the segment which is having the sequence of nucleosomes, that is the DNA with proteins. So that is the nucleosome. That unit is nucleosome, and that is the segment which is called the gene, which is the unit of the heredity. So these encoding of proteins are being carried by the genes, and that is how the genetic character is transferred from parents to offspring. So this segment of the DNA strand is containing what? One segment is containing sugar and phosphate radical or molecule linked with one nitrogenous base. There are four bases, nitrogenous bases: thymine, adenine, cytosine, and guanine. So all these natural ways are linked with one another and in continuation with the linking to the other strand. And when cell division starts, the strands get separated first. So those are the stages of cell division. And again, this joining takes place and DNA formation is completed and new cells are formed. So that is the steps of cell division. So student, I end my talk here and I hope that this will help you in your studies. In my next video, some other topic will be there. So till then, thank you and all the best.